So today I just want to show you how to do this quick little pug cupcake. It's really simple to do, so we're just going to do a quick video and let you all know how you can make your own pug cupcakes. Okay, so we're only using minimum stuff, so it's quite easy to make. So we have our rolling pin, this little tool, it's like a little cutting knife and a pokey at the end, and just a knife, and also one of the smaller round circle cutters, fondant cutters. We have our pure icing sugar or icing sugar. You can also use corn flour. It's just so that the fondant doesn't stick to the board, and just a little bit of water with a paintbrush. So we already have some cupcakes pre-made, and I've covered them with fondant. It's just an ivory color, so I just colored my fondant with the AmeriColor ivory, which has given us a really light tan, pug color. And we have cut it out with one of our biscuit or cookie cutters, which is perfect size, and buttercream underneath and covered. I also cut the cupcake, the top off the cupcake to make it flat, so they sit nice and flat. Okay, so first we want to start with these little eyes. Remember to always dust your board so that your fondant doesn't stick. You could probably use a shaker, which would give you a lighter covering. And then we want this fairly thick, because what we want to do is cut out. So by thick, I'm talking maybe a centimetre or two thick. So we want to cut out 2 circles. Pop them out. And we'll pop our fondant to the side. Now you want to cut these circles again with the same circle cutter, about half. Get rid of that. And another half. We also want to just chop one end off. And remember that they do go one side, so you want to do the same to this one, but just opposite ways. And we're just going to round off the edges. Whoop. Round off the edges. We'll bring our cupcake in. Now I'm just using some water to stick the parts onto the cupcake. You can use fondant glue, you can use water, you can also use Tylose mixed with water. That is a good sticking agent, but I'm just using water. It works exactly the same if you don't have any of those other things. So we just want to dab a little bit of water. So we don't want to go too far down, we want to keep it relatively up to the top of the cupcake, and just push it on. Onto the cupcake. You have one. We're going to be doing this part of the cupcake here. so his little lips and whiskers or whatever and his nose part. So we just want to roll the fondant into a sausage. Sausage style. Moustache. So we're cutting it about, now this mat gives me inches, oh, it gives me centimeters too. So centimeters wise, if we go here, we're probably chopping it at about 1, 2, 3 centimeters. 1, 2, 3. You can just sort of estimate and have a look on your cupcake. Perfect. So like I said, we want to keep those ends round, so just so I'm gonna now use the pink fondant for his tongue. So we're just rolling it the ball. Make it longish. Well, you don't really want any marks. A little bit long. This kind of looks like a jelly bean. And then we're just going to flatten that out. So you have now a squashed jelly bean shape. Now, I'm not sure whether you can see on this cupcake, but it has little wrinkles in his little face. Now, I found the best way to get these little wrinkles was to put your bit on here and let it sort of dry. Well, it's not going to dry fully, but let it air out and dry a little bit. And then what I'm going to do is just pop one side up. You will see your marks on your cupcake, but that doesn't matter because we're going to get rid of them. So a little bit of water in the center, and that is where his, oops, that is where his tongue is going to sit. So in the center. Now we're just going to lay our fondant down, and you can see that we have these little wrinkle marks in our fondant. So we're just going to push that back down again, and we're just going to lift up the other side as well to give the other side some wrinkle marks as well. Try not to tear your fondant or rip it, just be very gentle. And you can kind of see now we have these little doggy-like, nose-like, wrinkly marks in your fondant. And we also have a tongue. Alright, so we want to put a split in his tongue. So I just use the end of my poking tool. I don't know what it's called, but we'll go with cutting poking tool. And we're just going to put a slit down the center. And voila, we have a tongue. Now for his little whisker holes, I think that's what you would call them, whisker holes. We're just going to use our poking tool and just poke holes randomly all around, all the way down and onto the other side as well. Just poke away. Now he also has a little nose mark inside, so we're going to use the sharp end of our tool, and we're just going to put two lines, which gives him his little nose. Okay, now next I go with a little white mark above his face. So we want to go sausage again. And we can quickly measure on our cupcake whereabouts we want it to go and how long. And then cut. And again, we want to soften off that edge. We don't want it to look like a cut mark. Now for this one, we're just going to put some water around underneath his eyes, and we're going to place our fondant. We're going to place our fondant. So we're nearly done, guys. Yeah, so this cupcake's really easy. Right, now we're going to put his eyes on. So back with our brown fondant, really dark brown. We don't want much. I've just taken a pinch. We're going to chop that in half. So these balls are kind of maybe sultana size. And then we get a little bit of water. And we pop his eye on. Give it a squish. Flatten it out a little bit. And same with the other one. And the whites of his eyes. So we need the tiniest little speck. So I'm just going to dab that with a little bit of water, and you can have his eyes looking anywhere. So there's one. Okay, so you can see now he's taking shape. So last but not least is his ears, and that is it. That's all we have to do. So I'll just pop him to the side. So this one you can roll out fairly thin. Now this is the circle cutter that I used to do his eyes. So we're just going to go up one size, and we're going to cut this out. Circle-wise. Now what I'm going to do is about taking a quarter off the bottom so it's flat, and then we are going to make another sharp cut to the side. You've got a piece of pie. Everybody loves pie. So we have a piece of pie. So we'll bring our cake back. Clean up the underside of it because you're going to see both sides of the ear. And we're going to just give it a round shape because we're going to stick this onto our cupcake. So again, use a little bit of water and we stick. But not enough, obviously. Too much. And we stick. To our cupcake. And then all we're going to do is bend his ear over. And you have an ear. So we're just going to roll the same out again. And voila! One pug cupcake.